Hey, you guys, it's just me, Tracy, with the Black Girl Sanctuary. And today I'm coming to you wishing you all the life has to offer blessings. I hope today that you are connecting your inner self with your outer self for a pleasurable day. So you guys, so I had, I have told you guys I was gonna take you on my journey with Ancestry DNA, my search for finding the other half of me. I never knew my father. I've been searching for a long time now. So before I get into that, I want to let you guys know that I did upload 2 videos to YouTube under the Black Girl Sanctuary, right? They voiceovers, and I really didn't like them. I thought it's more personal and more uh, feeling and who I am if I come and do this personal, right? If I come and do it face to face with you guys, and every time I upload about um my journey to finding the other half of me with ancestry.com, I'm gonna have a nice little background to remind me of who I am today, right? So it's I want to do some house cleaning when it comes to um finding more about your roots, who you come from, and what's going on, and why you got these traits, why you didn't know this, and why you didn't know that. There's a couple of things that I can tell you definitely because I've been on this journey for years, you guys, for years to find my dad, right? I could tell you most definitely, I wish I would have did a couple of things before I started the journey. First thing I want to say is get a therapist and deal with your past trauma. It is important when you go into this journey of finding your roots that you have dealt with all those issues, all that trauma, all the things that's stuck in there that you haven't gave away. So getting ain't nothing wrong with getting therapy, you guys. Let me tell you, because it relieve you of your secrets, and then you won't be sick as your secrets, right? That's my favorite word. You only as sick as your secrets, and that's why I have no problem with talking about me and what's going on in my universe because I don't want to be sick as my secret, y'all. But anyway, let me move on to back to the let me move back to the ancestry.com. So one of the biggest things and one of the most important things I can share with you guys when it comes to house cleaning and diving into your ancestry, your past, because when you're talking about the past, you're gonna dig up some secrets, right? And if you already got trauma or you got issues with thinking a lot of stuff was hiding or why you didn't know, I think you better go get a therapist so you can deal with that stuff. So you don't pile old stuff, you don't pile new stuff on top of old stuff, right? Because our mental stability only can take so much dumping on, so you got to dump some of that stuff out so you could, because you're going to be taking in a lot. And another thing, the second thing I would say is that make sure this is what you really want to do. You're not doing it to hurt nobody. You're not doing it to prove somebody wrong, because this is not a game, you guys. Doing that DNA test and finding your roots is not a game. The one person that I see when they do that DNA thing that I can tell you that was shook up and was speechless and probably thought that he should have did some work on him before he did it. Pharrell. And I gotta give it to Pharrell because he holds it together. And this is only when they do them trailers. He held it together so well. I was crying for him. So I know, but I'm just saying, it's imperative that you doing this for you, not your kids, not, not it gotta be for you. Even if your mom wants you to do it, but it got to be for you because this get deep, y'all. So, and another thing I would say that keep a therapist handy. Keep a therapist handy. And let me tell you why I said that. Because everything you probably was told when you was coming up, take it as a grain of salt, right? But what I wish I would have did was act like I didn't know nothing about my family and went into this with no understanding because half of the things that you think you don't know. Then let me tell you, the DNA, the ancestors, the DNA test is one thing, but when you start tracking your ancestry, when you start tracking people, you start finding out things you didn't know. But I'm gonna get into that. So I just with this video, I just want to be real clear that what you see on TV and I'm talking about, let me tell you, it's way deeper than that, right? So first thing first, get a therapist, dump all your stuff, make sure you are solid mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And I'm not telling you just to tell you I've been there, done that, you know, and I have put it down for long periods of time because it just I need to go back to therapy, girl, and it's okay. Therapy is okay, right? Because we dealing with Black history. We dealing with Black trauma. Because when you start to find out things, it 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 get deep, right? So first thing first, get a therapist, deal with your stuff first, right? And what I'm saying, I'm not saying going a third, because when you so let me break down some myths for you. When you go to therapy, you're not going to therapy for the therapist to tell you how to feel, what you need to do. What you're going to therapy for is to get a healing. You going to release some of these pressures that you've been holding on to. Get them shackles off your feet and hands and shoulders, right? So you can get in a place where you forgiven people who have hurt you and for the hurt you caused, right? Because if we live in and you got to be 21, let me tell you, it's some uh you have hurt somebody because we cannot. Let me tell you, we cannot live a life without hurting somebody somewhere. It's impossible. We might didn't even know we hurt somebody, but it is impossible. So the power of forgiveness is huge. You see, when you forgive somebody, you have forgiven them. Is no way to pick it up when you did it from your heart, right? So that's what therapy is. Therapy is to bring some closure to some bad things and open a door for some new things. That's how I see it, right? When I especially with this whole let me really talk about this whole DNA thing, right? That it was the best thing I feel once when did I start? Like 3 years ago, I had to go. I had to go because this whole um finding the other half of me and this whole daddy thing, it it took me out, guys. It took me out. So I had to go to therapy. Not like it wasn't nobody to talk to or whatever, but guess what? I had to deal with me, and me and what's going on with me. And I felt that was the best thing for me to do because let me tell you, I needed to work it out how I needed to work it out. What was gonna what was gonna be best for me. So therapy is not a bad thing. But I do want to tell you that even getting a DNA test is stressful. Just holding it and thinking about your whole past, your lifespan past, your mama, her mama, it opened up Pandora's box. When you get that DNA in your hand, it opened Pandora's box. Let me share you guys with my story about getting a DNA test. So my daughters and I have been doing a lot of DNA tests. I mean, a lot of DNA family roots tracking, right? And I have been on this whole journey to find my dad, but it became so overwhelming and so hurtful that I stopped. I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm just, it is what it is. And it is what it is. It's just too much. So I had to stop. And then I think like in 2020 we was talking about it during the pandemic and what have you. And Christmas, for Christmas, my daughter knew it was over, and this package came in, and she was like, "Oh, here you go." And I opened it, you guys. I literally lost it. I lost it. I was so angry. I was so angry when I opened. I was like, I said I didn't want to do it no more. But guess what? I never told them I was stopped, right? I never told my daughters and my son that I had stopped, but I was so livid, you guys. I was so angry because I didn't want to do it no more. I didn't want the failures, the not knowing anything, the um not having any results. No more of that, right? So the DNA test, I don't know how it fell to the front of the closet on the shelf, right? Because I put it way in the back. But somehow this DNA, so I knew was looking at me every day from this closet, right? So I was like, oh yeah, I got to do this. My daughter, you know, they right. My kids is right. It's a journey, but I know this time when I take the DNA test, I'm gonna go to therapy. So I took the DNA test, and right after I took it, the next day I scheduled therapy sessions because I wanted to be prepared mentally for whatever came, and whether it was another disappointment or whatever, I wanted to do that. So that's how I got to Ancestry.com through my daughter in a DNA test, right? So I want to be transparent with you guys about this whole process. It has been a real stressful, tactful, energy draining, mental roller coaster. When I say roller coaster, it has been. But having these last couple of years doing it having a therapist has helped. And so I just wanted to come on here today just to really say before you just jump into this, get therapy. And I know this is gonna touch somebody because we're not really talking about the devastation that it could have. We only talk about the outcomes and whatever, but the process to getting to it, getting to We're we are digging into a path that we have no clue what the results is going to be, right? We can tell about the stories that we heard and whatever, and I'm gonna tell you from from what I know now, they are always lies, just a gang of lies, right? But I'm gonna get to that. I'm not gonna say lies. What I'm gonna say is that to protect the innocent, some half truth was told, right? So, but anyway, so I just wanted to come on and give you those thoughts, and uh, I really want to give a date that I'm gonna be posting the posting about my posting about finding the other half of me through the DNA results and what other avenues we done and went to, and showing you. I'm gonna be having some backboards with some of the things. So the next time you see me, I'll be breaking down my DNA, my actual DNA for you. And I just want to say thank you guys for coming and listening to me. And I want to say it's okay. It's okay to be where you at. You know what I'm saying? Because you at where you at. Don't let nobody else tell you where you need to be. Because your journey is your journey. What God got for you, He got for you. And what God got for me, He got for me. And I don't want what you got because I don't know what God got for you. Right? So I just want to say, peace, be still. May the peace in you be still enough for you to connect your inner soul to your outer soul so you can have peaceful life, a peaceful life, right? I have a peaceful life, and so you can have a peaceful life. May all your wishes and dreams come true, you guys. Thank you so much for coming and watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment, share, go follow. You can go follow my journey with DNA and finding the other half of me on YouTube at the Black Girl Sanctuary. Again, I just want to let you guys know I did do some voiceover, two voiceovers about my journey, and I didn't like them, and that's why I'm doing this, and I'm doing it this way. And the reason why you see the vision board behind me, because I needed that today. To um I needed to see the vision I have for my future peace. This is a peace vision board, just so I can have peace, right? So that's what that vision board is, peace. So I do want to say thank you again. Don't forget to follow, share, leave a comment. And if you is on your journey to find the other half of you, or you on your journey, your ancestry journey to find your ancestors, leave a comment below about how it's going for you or what stages you at. And we're definitely coming back. Thank you guys. See y'all later.